Imagine having the phone number of the world's richest man, the father of your 3 children, and yet being forced to scream into the digital void of his own social media platform just to get him to look at a doctor's report. This isn't a scene from a dystopian sci-fi novel, it was the reality on X over the last 72 hours. Grimes didn't just break her silence. She broke the celebrity protocol of private litigation by claiming that a lack of a response from Elon Musk is putting their child's long-term health at risk. When we talk about urgent medical crises and lifelong impairment, we aren't in the realm of petty drama anymore. We're looking at a billionaire who is allegedly so insulated by his own ecosystem that the mother of his children has to treat a public timeline like a 911 call. The factual reality of this week's escalation reached a boiling point on April 16th. Grimes took to X with a direct, desperate message. "Please respond about our child's medical crisis." She followed this by explaining that she was sorry to go public, but that ignoring the situation was no longer acceptable. According to Grimes, she has exhausted every private channel, texts, emails, calls, all while Musk has reportedly skipped every meeting intended to solve the issue. She specifically noted that if he didn't want to talk to her, he should at least designate or hire someone who could move the medical decisions forward. While the specific child and the nature of the illness remain private, the weight of her words suggests a situation where legal custody and medical emergency are in a direct, dangerous collision. Public reaction has been a polarized mirror of our current cultural divide. Viral clips of Musk at recent political rallies, sometimes with their eldest son, X, on his shoulders, are being contrasted with Grimes' frantic posts. On X and Reddit, the debate has turned into a referendum on digital feudalism. Fans are horrified that a mother could be shadow banned on a platform owned by the father of her child while trying to communicate a health emergency. The social media debate isn't just about the parents, it's about the ethics of AI-era parenting, where a billionaire's public persona is so demanding that his private responsibilities are allegedly being handled by a fraction of his resources, as Grimes previously described their lopsided legal battle. This situation escalated because it's the ultimate failure of the modern genius myth. For context, we've seen the custody battle over X, EXA, and Tau play out in Texas and California courts for over a year. But this latest plea moves the needle from custody dispute to medical neglect. This says everything about influencer and billionaire culture in 2026. When you own the town square, you can literally mute the people who are trying to hold you accountable. It affects their reputation by stripping away the futurist veneer from Musk and replacing it with the image of an unreachable patriarch. For Grimes, it's a total pivot from her creative synth-pop persona into a woman who is clearly at her breaking point, willing to go bankrupt and burn every bridge to ensure her children are safe. At original commentary and analysis, why would Grimes delete the post so quickly? Because she realized the media circus was feeding the algorithm but not the solution. When a mother says her child will suffer for life without a response, and the response she gets is a shadow ban, she realizes she isn't fighting a man, she's fighting an interface. It's a terrifying look at the future of power. We're seeing a breakdown of the co-parenting ideal in the most extreme environment imaginable. Maintain a conversational tone, but let's look at the shadow ban irony. It's a punchy, dramatic irony that the platform marketed as the home of free speech is allegedly being used to suppress a mother's plea for her child's health. Slower, more analytical tone during the breakdown of the legal stakes reveals that this is likely a consent-to-treat issue. In high-conflict custody cases, if one parent has the legal right to block medical decisions, a medical crisis can become a stalemate. We have to clearly separate the confirmed details from the online theories. It is a confirmed fact that Grimes made these pleas on April 16th. It is a confirmed fact that she deleted them, citing a lack of response. The online theories, however, are speculating that the medical crisis involves a developmental or neurological condition that requires specialized intervention, which Musk is allegedly skeptical of. Fans are theorizing that this public outburst was a calculated move to gather evidence of non-responsiveness for their ongoing custody trial. There is also a viral theory that the shadow ban wasn't a manual hit by Musk, but an automated safety filter triggered by the word crisis, which only adds a layer of bureaucratic horror to the situation. The analytical tone of a lifelong impairment claim is the most sobering part of the story. Slower, more thoughtful threads are discussing the vulnerability of children in multinational families where parents have vastly different levels of power. If the world's richest man can skip every meeting, what hope does a standard legal system have in enforcing parental duties? This leads us to a bigger industry question. Should there be social media protocols for high-profile custody cases? If a platform is used as a primary communication tool, does the owner have a legal obligation to ensure emergency messages aren't suppressed? The future impact of this will likely be seen in the sealed courtrooms of California and Texas. Grimes has hinted that her modeling and Instagram posts were used against her in court. Now, she's using Musk's own non-responsiveness as a weapon in the public eye. The upcoming response possibility is a legal statement from Musk's team. Given his current proximity to high-level political figures, he cannot afford the deadbeat label to stick while he's advocating for family values and population growth. The unresolved tension is the health of a child. While the internet argues over grok and chainsaws, a toddler is caught in the middle of a medical situation that their mother describes as urgent. Ultimately, Grimes' plea on X isn't just about a doctor's appointment. It's about the reality that no amount of rocket ships or neural links can replace the simple, human act of answering a phone call from the mother of your children. By the time this legal battle is finally resolved, the unrecognizable version of Elon Musk that Grimes describes might be the only one the public has left. What do you think about a parent using public pressure to solve a private medical crisis? Is it a necessary last resort or a media circus that does more harm than good? Let's talk about it in the comments.